Is this thing on? Cool. Cool. We are here. Welcome to K. Let's talk about it. Sorry, I'm a little out of breath. I literally just rearranged my whole desk area. I was not expecting to honestly do this right now. Yeah. So, still figuring things out. I have a squeaky chair. Yay, cool. I'm so awkward. Let's just start over. Hi, my name is Kayla, and welcome to Kay Let's Talk About It podcast. We're going to be diving into today. This is kind of just like a recenter, kind of regroup. I have not done this in a very long time. The last time I left you guys, I was talking about anxiety and just how to work through anxiety and just different things like that, and just my journey with anxiety. So I'm back, and I have had a very long journey in the last, I would say probably in the last, man, I would say like 7 months. It's just been a whirlwind of change and transformation and just figuring shit out. um, yeah, being an adult is not fun, I'll tell you that. So I'm just gonna I'm not gonna go too deep into some things just because it's still it's very personal. So I think today I'm just gonna talk about where I'm at right now, and then we can kind of regroup and circle back later on, if you guys want to tap in. So yeah, I feel like lately I have been just very in my own divine feminine energy lately. I actually filmed a podcast, honestly, like maybe a couple months ago. I really tried, and I was trying to work with this new program, and your girl fudged up a little bit, in the sense of it didn't save. And everything that I said, it was really cool. I was speaking my truth. I I don't know. I was really living in the moment with it, and I'm really bummed because it was pretty cool. Just because I came out. We're back. We're back again. You will hear some little prancing around. That is my fur baby Jade. She is a 100-pound thick mommy pit bull. She's my baby, and I've had her whole life, and she is the sassiest queen ever. So you'll probably hear her, and every now and then, so don't mind that. Um, so anyway, as I was saying, I've just been in this energy of just kind of regrouping and kind of just figuring myself out. When I say divine feminine energy, I don't know why, but that term just kind of started coming up for me recently. When I was filming the podcast, I kept saying it, and I don't know why. It felt right, and that's just kind of the energy that I feel like I've been in as far as healing and growth and just figuring, like I said before, figuring shit out. So with that in mind, I was trying to explain, just you can kind of hear it in my voice now. The first couple of podcasts that I recorded, I was very sultry and very ASMR and very chill. And I think I still will channel that energy, but I also think me channeling the energy that I'm in right now, I feel very hyper and just excited, and you can hear it in my voice a little bit, and it's pretty cool. to be in this version of myself. So if you guys can bear with me, I mean, we'll definitely have some very chill, cool vibes in the future. But um, yeah, there she is. Again, I'm still figuring out this whole setup. But yeah, I I'm in this very like confident energy right now. Like, and it's I'm still the same person. Like I feel like everyone just goes through phases in their lives. Like this is just like who I am, but if you know me, I'm a pretty shy person kind of first until you get to know me. I'm pretty introverted, but I can be very extroverted if the mood's right. So you're gonna see a little bit of my chaotic energy. I feel like, but yeah, I've changed. I'm different. I'm not the same person I was for the most part. From 7 months ago. I'm gonna try to keep this episode pretty short and sweet. Because it was very spontaneous and yeah, your girl just needs to prepare better. So one thing I'm working on, time management and preparation. I'm pretty cool with doing things on the fly, but I just wanted to play around with this a little bit today, and I was kind of feeling inspired a little bit. So, yeah, I'm here. I'm back, and I'm super excited to speak my truth. I definitely would love to collaborate with people. That is my biggest goal with this, just to talk to people because I'm a hairstylist, and what I do pretty much all day is talk to people and learn about them and just hear about, their adventures and the stuff that they might be going through. And, like, when they say a hairstylist is pretty much like a psychologist, like, pretty much the only thing is, like, we don't diagnose you. We just listen. We're just someone there that listens to you. And I I feel like I'm already that kind of person that just loves to listen to people. So I think it would be really cool to just get more people um to join me in this venture here. I Yeah. So if you're interested, hit me up. Let's chat. Let's talk about things. Let's talk about life. Let's talk about anything. Whatever you're thinking about, let's brainstorm. I'm here for it. I'd love to hear from you and your insight on just what's going on in the world. I honestly do not. I'm on social media pretty heavily for those that do know me. But I'm also like I shy away from, like, I get intimidated by the news and honestly just like the heavy things that are going on in the world. I try to stay pretty informed, but I want to hear from people who are very knowledgeable about these things as far as like, you know, I'm not a super heavy political person at all, but I would love, to get insight from people about just like, the upcoming election. Tomorrow is election day, November 5th. It's also my birthday. Whoa. That's not important, but but yeah, like just things like that and like their thoughts on it. It's kind of insane to see just different topics like that and how it just like completely takes over like social media. And it's kind of it is really hard to, like, I'm not trying to ignore it. Like I'm not a person that's vocally like I have my own beliefs and blah 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 blah, but I'm not like I believe this way because like publicly. Like I have my own inner beliefs and I believe what I believe. I'm not gonna spout them to the world unless it's like really fucking wrong and we're trying to like, I don't know, if our government starts to switch up on us and goes full blown handmaids telling us, then yeah, you bet your girl's gonna be all up in the, saying some things. But um, I like I said, I'm an observer and I, just kind of watching and taking it in, and that's how I formulate my opinions. And I try not to project my own opinions too much, unless it's something I'm very passionate about. Is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, just stuff like that. I want to talk about just anything and everything. Um, what else? Yeah, I'm living life. I'm based in Austin, Texas. For anyone that might be newly tuning in or whatnot, or people who were in my life and now are back in my life, kind of thing, and you're just kind of like, what are you up to? Um, yeah, I want to use this as just kind of like, as I said before, just my way to speak my truth and just talk about the things that are, I have these random crazy thoughts all the time. They're on my mind all the time. So I want to create that dialogue. And like I said, I have a presence. Like, I'm not trying to like be an influencer, a content creator, but because of the job that I have, being involved in social media, like I feel like it's just my world. Uh, Pretty much. So I think this would be a great way to just talk to people and communicate. And I feel like sometimes, like with me being introverted sometimes and me kind of being a little bit more quiet, I feel like, not that I'm hard to read, but I feel like people might not understand how my thought process is, or just how I think, or what I don't know, just where my mind's at, pretty much. And so I think that it's really important to me to just do this. I definitely am very strongly, passionate about like mental health and just self development and growth, and like I'm definitely on a journey where I'm still figuring it out. And I think finding a community and in people is definitely a really, really cool way to just learn about those things. And so not only is this just, I want this to be something that might be a safe space or just something for people to be a part of, I also want it to be something that um, is something that I can learn and take from and grow from. Yeah. So I have some really cool things that I am planning for future episodes, so stay tuned. This is just kind of like not really an introduction, but just a hey, I'm back. And I hope you guys um, enjoy and tune in. And again, like, don't be afraid to DM me and just let's chat and let's talk about things. Let's figure it out. I'm still working on the setup, so if you guys got some tips on that, just let me know. I'm always looking ways to improve that. But this is just my new look for now until we evolve into something else. And I will say too, like a lot of people know, like I like to just be involved in a lot of things. Like I like to, like the podcast for example, like this is just something that I like to do. I'm trying to be dabble more into my hobbies and like just do things that I want to do, because it's like life's too short not to. So this is just something I enjoy doing, and if you don't care for it, that's fine. Like it's not going to hurt my feelings. I'm going to still do it anyway. Um so there's just a bunch of things that I'm like, I want to do, not enough time, trying to make time for. And I think I think if a hobby is important to you, and I saw this the other day, just a post, someone was saying, if a hobby is important to you, or something that you do that's creative, that's important to you, like, be passionate about it. Freaking do it. Like, it might be a little hard, and it might take time for you to get to a place where you're like, oh, if it's something that you have to invest into. And a lot of us, like with the way that this economy is, we're working to live, and we should be working, no, we're living to work when we should be working to live. That's how that phrase goes. And yeah, I'm going on a rant, but I could talk all day. But yeah, I'm back, and I'm just excited to be here and to tell you guys just about anything and everything. Another thing that I am going to be dabbling a little bit more into is I am leaning a lot more into following my own inner intuition. This is a part of that divine feminine stuff that I've been kind of channeling lately. Um, and I have gotten like some readings as far as that goes, that kind of, I don't know, it kind of what's the word? It's acknowledging it, like I'm acknowledging it now, instead of not necessarily ignoring it, but it's just like been in the back of my mind, and like now that I have the headspace and the time to acknowledge it more, I feel like it's coming up more. I think the power of the word and like manifestation, like that's super super true and powerful to me, but I think it's only powerful if you truly like believe in it or whatever have you. So I am going to definitely be also incorporating some cool intuitive just like thoughts and processes that I'm going through. I definitely feel like, you know, I think like people misconstrue the idea of magic and intuition. I think it does all play in the same thing, but I think it evolves, if you're a more intellectual thinker, I do believe that it's about energy. And I think that magic is energy and intuition is energy. And it's like, how we feel, how we process, how we, whatever. So I want to dive more into that. I've been doing tarot. I've been trying to learn and teach myself how to do tarot. So I might do some cool little tarot readings for you guys. I've had some decks that I've actually had for the longest time, and I've finally pulled them out and have just been playing with them and just, I don't mean playing, but just like trying to get a feel for the energy that they have. I also have some really cool just books and things that I want to talk about and bring up that I've been reading and trying to get into. So, again, if you guys have any suggestions, I am trying to get back into reading. I also love podcasts and I love YouTube. So if there's like just anything that you're super obsessed about, please tell me, link it below. I would really love to dive into it. It could be anything as far as it could be, like just intellectual stuff. It could be mental stuff, self-development. It could even be like fantasy. It could be fiction if it's something that you're just like, you have to read this. Because I do love a good just like brain melt as far as like something creative. Like it doesn't necessarily have to be something that's factual. Also just with my attention span, I feel like having that variety and diversity will kind of help me also just actually read it or listen to it or watch it or whatever. So yeah, let me know below like what you're into right now or who you're following right now. One of my favorite girlies, actually, they're podcasters. I've just newly started listening to them. Shout out to Destiny, my lash girly. She got me into it. She was doing my lashes one day, and when you're getting your lashes done, like you're just laying there with your eyes closed, and like you're pretty much in like this like almost like meditative, like I felt like I was asleep, but I also was awake. So I could hear everything that was like, obviously going on. But we were listening to this podcast, and it's called, shoot, I think Two Idiot Girls. I'm pretty sure. I'm still newly like listening to them, so I'm still getting familiar. But they are hilarious. I love just all the random things that they talk about. Just very like relatable stuff. It's not even like super serious usually. Like they're there to shoot the shit, just talk about the stuff that they're like going through and stuff like that. And I just love that energy, and I feel like we need more of that energy. Honestly, just lighthearted, things like that. So that's what I've been kind of like dabbling into and listening to. I'll talk about just stuff that I've been watching. Like, I'm going to shoot the shit. I'm going to tell you guys just what's going on, what's down. I will also just have some days where I will tell you some kind of heavy shit. I will make sure I give you guys some not really trigger warnings, but I will let you know, like, this is going to be a very intense conversation. And if you're not ready for it, you can always listen to it another day or whatever. So yeah, I think that is gonna be all for this episode. I just wanted to keep it short and sweet, to just come circle back and give you guys the vibes and the energy, and yeah, that's it. I really hope you guys enjoy this next level of K, let's talk about it. If you haven't already, again, if you're newly tuning in, listen to my intro. It just talks about what I'm going to be talking about. And then I believe my first two episodes are up. So, and they're a little bit more on the verge of like mental health and like self-development type stuff. So this is me segueing, transitioning into just other things and opening the dialogue to just more things and more intense things and more self-development and just all of it. So I just wanted to set the mood, so we're resetting the mood. So yeah, thanks. I hope you guys enjoy. Thanks again for tuning in. I'm Kayla, and let's talk about it.